Hello again and welcome back to another episode of Film Trivia. Star Wars is back, and last year it came back with a vengeance with The Force Awakens, and later this year we're going to be treated to Rogue One, a Star Wars story. So with that in mind, I'm going to give you the top 17 trivia facts about Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Number 17. Carrie Fisher stood on the box for many of her scenes with Harrison Ford to make up the height difference and to be in the frame with him. Carrie Fisher is 5'1" and Harrison Ford is 6'1". Number 16. The bounty hunter all in white is named Dengar. His backstory is that he was a fierce rival of Han Solo and was badly beaten by him. He vowed revenge and has been seeking Solo ever since. Number 15. Billy D. Williams had previously auditioned for the role of Han Solo in Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. Number 14. Yoda's iconic manner of speech has the parts of speech in object, subject, verb, order. Very few languages on Earth use this, and they are mostly based in the Amazon River Basin. Number 13. Yoda was originally going to be called Minch Yoda. Number 12. Darth Vader sarcastically inviting Han Solo to dinner is the only time in any of the Star Wars films that Darth Vader and Han Solo interact. Number 11. An oft-quoted myth is that the Wampa attack on Luke Skywalker was devised to explain the scars on Mark Hamill's face because he had been in a car crash and had to have reconstructive surgery. Mark Hamill indeed did have a serious car accident in January 1977, but the scars were not visible when Empire began filming over 2 years later. Number 10. Contrary to popular opinion, Han Solo's line, "I know," was not improvised by Harrison Ford. Ford and director Irvin Kershner had met before filming the scene and decided on the new piece of dialogue. Carrie Fisher was upset that she had not been part of the process, and Lawrence Kasdan, the writer, was upset because he felt it was some of his best writing. Number 9. The Empire Strikes Back was the highest grossing film of 1980. Number 8. The book, Star Wars The Annotated Screenplays, reveals that when the script for this movie was written, the idea of having it being episode 5 of a 9-part serial had not yet been established, and at one point was going to be called episode 2. Number 7. In order to avoid sharing creative rights, George Lucas decided against using a major studio to finance the film. Instead, he bankrolled $33 million of the production budget using a combination of a bank loan and the profits he had received from Star Wars. It was a risky move, but it paid off several times over. George Lucas recovered his investment within 3 months of the film's release. Number 6. George Lucas was so impressed by Frank Oz's performance as Yoda that he spent thousands of dollars on an advertising campaign to try and get him an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. This ultimately failed as it was deemed that a puppeteer wasn't an actor. This upset George Lucas, but Frank Oz actually didn't mind. Number 5. George Lucas initially called this the worst Star Wars film and even apologised for the film's existence. He changed his mind after he found out that some people believed it to be the best Star Wars film. Number 4. Security surrounding the film was so intense that George Lucas had regular reports about leaks from actors. He was so determined to keep the ending of the film secret that he had David Prowse say, "Obi-Wan killed your father," and later dubbed it to be, "No, I am your father." In fact, only 5 people knew of the film's ending before the film's release. They were George Lucas, Irvin Kershner, Lawrence Kasdan, Mark Hamill, and James L. Jones. Number 3. James L. Jones himself believed that Darth Vader was lying about being Luke's father until he read the script for the next film. Number 2. Lee Brackett's first draft of the screenplay contained the revelation of Luke's sister, her existence disclosed to him by the ghost of Anakin Skywalker. Referred to as Nelith Skywalker, Anakin explains that it was he, not Obi-Wan, who separated the twins at birth to protect them from Darth Vader, and that Nelith also underwent Jedi training in another part of the galaxy so she could join forces with Luke to defeat the Sith. This concept was subsequently dropped and replaced with the more ambiguous scene in the final version of the film, where Yoda assures Obi-Wan that there is another. Number 1. Having Han Solo frozen in carbonite was due to the fact that they weren't sure if Harrison Ford was going to return for a third film. When Star Wars was made, Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill were signed to a 3-picture deal, but Harrison Ford refused. Ford even requested to George Lucas that they kill off Han Solo because he felt that he had played his part already. George Lucas refused to do this and assured Ford that Han Solo still had a heroic part to play in Star Wars Episode 6, Return of the Jedi. So that concludes the 17 fun trivia facts about Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. Do you know any fun trivia facts about Star Wars, Empire, Return of the Jedi, Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Revenge of the Sith, or even The Force Awakens? Any of the games, novels, anything at all? If you do, as always, leave them in the comments section below. Give us a like, give us a share, check us out on the social media platforms, and we will see you very soon for some more random film trivia.